Spending hours wandering the streets of Alexandria, Virginia, Kiev-born photographer Val Proudkii is in his element. With camera at the ready, his gaze is ever searching for a fresh angle. Since arriving from Ukraine some 20 years ago, Proudkii has been documenting life in and around Washington, D.C.
This is D.C. It's the 4th of July, the people gather and they're... That's another one.
Although his collection contains snapshots of the White House and Lincoln Memorial, Washington, he says, is more than just monuments.
It's not really boring because there's a lot of different districts there, like different neighborhoods kind of have a different flavor in it too.
One of them is the Capitol Hill neighborhood of Eastern Market, where Val took one of his favorite photographs, which won a local photo contest.
One of the Saturdays, it was totally rain poured down and nobody could work because it's an outdoor market. But I had my camera, so I was there and I was just walking around taking pictures. And the gentleman who plays saxophone, he's like iconic figure for Eastern Market. Tourists would ask, oh, is it in New Orleans? But it could be anywhere. I mean, but it gives you that feeling of the, music in the rain. And
Val can find a unique angle even in Washington's most mundane events, like the annual Cherry Blossom Festival.
More people with the cameras than cherries there, How many of those pictures can you take? So you really have to stop and look around you and see what's happening. So, for instance, in this picture, you see the colors. The Krishnites were walking as a tourist, having the colors against the bright sky and taking the picture from a low point kind of creates that unusual look.
It is impossible to stay completely out of politics in the heart of the American democracy. Donald Trump's victory, inauguration, and protests, it all falls into the street photographer's lens. Val took his most famous political photo 8 years ago, in the beginning of Barack Obama's presidency.
You have McCain and Obama next to each other, and then you have a young kid looking at Obama and the older black gentleman looking at McCain, so it's kind of like trading places for me in my head. So it creates some sort of interesting story and the message that the younger generation select, vote for Obama. In fact, I had some friends who work at the White House and they sent the picture to Mr. Obama and he signed it for me.
Val says that his foreign origin helps him to look at things differently and notice details that Americans may find commonplace.
I always felt like I am Ukrainian. If I go back there, like in literally 2 days, it's almost felt like I never left. So when I'm going back from Ukraine and arrive in Dallas airport and like on the way back home, it's almost like I live here all my life, So it's a funny feeling, Essentially, you have ties to two different places, very opposite, very different.
For Iuliia, Iarmolenko, and Dmytro Savchuk, I'm Joy Wagner, VOA News, Alexandria, Virginia.